Quick stop here at Mural Park, and I mean, guess where we are here, but you know, for years driving through, I was always kind of guilty. I'm just going down 61 and thinking Tunica was just kind of a little drive-through town, but there is an actual downtown area here, and it's the kind of going trend they have with these murals in these smaller towns. In my opinion, it really does a lot for the town. May not be a lot going on, and it's kind of been the case, kind of the same around the country. Something like this, just a little pop of color, something to consider. I mean, that's you see it more and more as you drive through these smaller towns and hamlets and villages, and it's a nice little some lights, little Christmas lights, lawn lights here. Done a good job. This was I just did this in 2024. And this here is the downtown area of Tunica, Mississippi. The actual Tunica, not the casinos, because I think anytime people think Tunica was always synonymous with, hey, casinos. But that, I think technically it's Robinsonville. This is Tunica, a little common area over there. The tortoise, the Torta de Tunica. There in the background. Right there. It's a Hotel Marie, so it looks like that was in once a hotel. Not sure what it is now. But yeah, nice little quaint area here. The heart, well, maybe not the heart, but deep within the Mississippi Delta. So I was right, yeah, it looks like they're apartments now, but Hotel Marie, little catty corner entrance. You're on Fox Island Road. And it's a cool right there. Right in the heart of Tunica, Mississippi, in Tunica County. On we go, onward, southward. Catch you on the other end there, Tunica. So here's the Hollywood, not the original Hollywood, of course. It says a Hollywood Cafe. But this site, the original, is in Hollywood, Mississippi. Right outside of Tunica. We're in the Tunica Resorts, though. See, this is Mrs. Muriel asked Mark Cohn if he was a Christian. He said, "Ma'am, I am tonight." So, driving down on the way to Vicksburg, we'd stopped through here, and I'd heard of this town and certain blues songs deep in the Delta, and had no idea that, of course, you can probably tell who this is. That's Theodore Roosevelt. If you notice a bear. So, according to the story where we got the term for the teddy bear, actually was near here in Rolling Fork, Mississippi. He was on a hunt out here with former slave Holt Collier, which is right here. And they were on their way they were hunting bear. Holt Collier accosted the bear and got him ready for the president, Theodore Roosevelt, who refused to shoot the bear, therefore donning forever the nickname, the teddy bear, right here in Rolling Fork, Mississippi. So this was also Rolling Fork. It's featured in the Taj Mahal song too. Rolling Fork. It's also the claimed birthplace or home place of one of my favorite blues artists, Manish Boy, Hoochie Coochie Man. Long Distance Call. Muddy Waters, right here in Rolling Fork. There it is. Morganfield, Robert Morganfield Way, better known as Muddy Waters. Here she is, the USS Cairo, named after the town of Cairo, Illinois. Sank in Vicksburg, which is where we are, Vicksburg, Mississippi. Sank in 1862 and was at the bottom of the Yazoo River for almost 100 years until it was recovered. It's amazing, one of the ironclad ships. It was one of 7 named after towns on the Mississippi River. see that. The sun's setting here. I don't know if Vicksburg has a nickname. I should have maybe done some research before coming here. This was kind of a spontaneous last minute thing, which that's kind of what we do a lot of times. Especially if we just got like an extra day on a weekend. Vicksburg isn't that far from Memphis. But we will be back. This was kind of a drop of the hat this morning. Hey, let's go to Vicksburg. Okay, so we went to Vicksburg. Nice little kind of a quick drop of the hat trip, day trip to road trip, if you will. Maybe I'm thinking that's a slogan. Maybe somehow I could fit road trip in these videos. Oh, we've got those there. It's such a cool, cheap idea is painting those sticks like that. Got tons of those. Brianna will do them with yarn. Painted some, but lots of other good places. But these little spots you don't really hear about often. Talked about there you go. We got Zappa, Manelli, Sudeikis. Corleone, Brando, we got it. Maryland, and is that the lady Statue of Liberty, I think. Some kid from Tupelo. More of a focus on the Delta. Again, it's about a 4-hour drive from Memphis to Vicksburg. Made the drive, a few stops along the way, and missed out on a whole lot. So it's really tackling these little roadside, these little trinkets, these little golden spots that, maybe not golden spots. So we're kind of ending our night and headed back north into Memphis. But driving through, we had always heard, I'd never stopped here before. But of course we'll come back at another time when it's open. But if you're familiar with Dockery Farms, this was, if there was ever a point where kind of how a lot of people would say that rock and roll started. Back there is Dockery Farms, the actual Dockery Farms. But kind of how certain genres of music, you can pinpoint it to a geographical spot. Dockery Farms would kind of be that concrete place where the Delta blues originated from. So obviously people like Charlie Patton, Son House, I think Howlin' Wolf, and then of course Robert Johnson. So that's Dockery Farms here, and then there's a gravel road right here where there's rumored to be one of the possible locations for the crossroad. The legend of the crossroads, anyway. But this is it. First time here. So obviously it's cold, it's dark, it's closed. It's a Sunday. So we'll be back at one point where maybe during the day when it's open and we can actually tour the place, but yeah, I'm looking forward. So this is the supposed crossroads where Robert Johnson came, got down on his knees. One of the rumored ones. And it being this gravel road, middle of nowhere. Well, it's not the middle of nowhere. It's just, if you look at right out there, that light, that is Dockery Farms out there. So here we are, deep in the Delta, at one of the supposed crossroads. I like this crossroads better, honestly. I could see a be a good place to learn guitar. All right. I want to be back. I want to start these. It's kind of a trial run for us. No little catchy slogans as of yet. No logos, no real names for what we're doing, for what Brianna and I, my wife, are doing. We've always done these with all three of our kids, just quick travels, quick trips, not always quick, but road trips and stops along the way. And we've captured most of them on photo. Anybody that's followed us or been friends with us on social media have seen that. We tend to share, we try to share. I've kind of slacked off on that in the past, but hopefully we'll use this as a new medium for capturing these smaller road trips that we spontaneous. We just see them. We regret not being able to do that on other ones, longer ones we've done. New England or the Badlands, or the COVID one. We thought the end of the world was happening, so we bought the camper and drove cross country and did the Route 66. So, well, the world's ending, the zombie apocalypse is upon us, and let's get the most out of it and carpe diem. So hopefully this kicks off and becomes a thing that we do. We stick with it. Hold us accountable. We enjoy watching these things, and rest in peace to Adam the Woo, who we all admired in our family. It's kind of inspired us, as I think he's inspired a lot of people to do. So stick around.